So boom, check it out. Here we go. Next on my list, next on the DJ operations list, right? Admin and communication, right? So admin and communication. I know y'all probably like, but I'm a DJ. I don't need to do admin. I'm a DJ. I don't need to have communication. Like already communicated to the people. Already did this. Already did that. Nah, 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 nah. Sit down, grasshopper. Sit down, grasshopper. Listen, listen, listen. Come in, come here, come here. Let me tell you something, grasshopper. Let me tell you something, okay? So your admin, the one thing that your admin should consist of is what is your rate, right? So, what I mean by what is your rate, some of y'all may not know how to price anything that you're doing as of right now because you're like, I'm just a DJ. I just want to play music. I just want to have fun. I just want to, I just want to be here. I just want to be here. I just want to be in the space. I want to be a part of the community. I want to do this, right? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Don't let these people, don't let these people get you because that's how they get you, okay? Okay, we here? Are we here? Okay, good job, good job. So look, I'm gonna tell y'all how my ratings for pricing goes, right? So I've been DJing for 14 years. That's my experience, right? You go to a job, right? You go to a job, they say, how long you been working in this field, right? You tell them you've been working in the field for 14 years, guaranteed they're gonna start you off at if the entry level fee was, let's say, $15 and you've been working in this field for maybe 14 years, your starting pay may be $25, right? Because you got 14 years, right? So boom, your 14 years will give you your $25, right? You could just say that. Now, what type of events have you been doing in that 14 years? Have you been doing, let's just say the person that's hitting you up is like a Netflix. Have you been doing other corporate events? Have you been in other corporate spaces? Do you have anybody else that you've worked with that can validate for you, that can say, oh, yeah, this is a great person? Do you have like a residency at a space? Are you a resident DJ for any type of corporation? All of those things technically matter, right? What are the type of events that you're doing? Are you only doing underground parties? Are you doing clubs? Are you doing bars? Are you doing brand activations? What is it that you're doing? Are you doing nonprofit things? What are you doing? How can they know that you're the best person for the job, right? Another thing, you should have an hourly rate, right? So you should have an hourly rate as to how much you charge per hour. And that per hour goes off your experience, right? So that goes off your experience. And are you a professional DJ, right? Because you have some DJs who say, oh, I charge $50 an hour. At $50 an hour, do you think that that's a professional DJ? Meaning, do you think that they're going to come in with clean music and dirty music, know how to talk on the mic, know how to keep your crowd hyped, know how not to offend anybody, and still have a successful event? I think not, right? Because $50 just says I'm just here, right? $100, $100 also says I know what I'm doing, but I'm not, I'm still kind of getting there. You feel what I'm saying? Again, don't downplay yourself, because the minute that you downplay yourself, these venue owners, these promoters, everybody else, they're gonna treat you the way that you treat yourself, right? So if you go in there and you say your fee is $50 and you feel like you only $50 worth, that's what you're gonna get. That's it. You feel me? You go in there. You feel me? Your social media is up. You've done a lot of different corporate events. You've been around the town. You got a name for yourself. You've done this. You've done that. Now your price is getting a little bit better. You feel me? Are you a professional DJ? Is this something that you do every day? Is this your bread and butter? Why? Because if it's your bread and butter, I'm guaranteed you not the $50 DJ, right? I'm guaranteed if this is your bread and butter, you probably charge $250 an hour, maybe $300 an hour, maybe $400 an hour, right? I know that sounds very insane to say, right? But yeah, there's some DJs that charge that at minimum start off at $250 per hour. Some DJs start off at $250 an hour, and if you book them, you have to book them for a minimum of 2 hours, which means that for some DJs to go out, they charge $500 for 2 hours. Some DJs charge $600 for 2 hours. Some DJs charge $800 for 2 hours. You get the math, right? But I'm pretty sure that as a beginner DJ, you're not charging that much. Why? Because you don't have that much confidence in yourself to say, I'm going to charge that much right now, right? Because you just starting, right? You barely got you a controller. You don't even know if your speakers is that great. The microphone that you got is kind of low. You don't really know if it's the best one. You may not have MC control. You may not have great crowd control. So you're going to start off at a lower rate so that you can build yourself up. But once you've built yourself up and you got your name in the right doors and all of that, and you've actually been putting in the work, you can rate yourself at whatever you feel like the pricing should be. So me, I have a fee for if I need to come with just me and a laptop, if I need to come with me, a laptop, and a DJ controller, and if I need to come with me, a laptop, a DJ controller, and speakers, all of those fees are different fees. Those are different fees. So just let me know what your budget is, because if you have a budget of, let's say, $500 for 2 hour, for you have a budget of $500, I'm gonna let you know your $500 can probably get you 2 hours of DJing, me DJing with you, and that's only me bringing that's only me bringing my laptop. That's not a controller. It's not me bringing a controller. You feel what I'm saying? If I bring my controller and at minimum you want me to DJ 2 hours, it's like 650. You know, the numbers fluctuate depending on what the event is. It also depends on how far is this location. How far is it? How long is it gonna take me? Because I need to also add travel. Because why? Gas costs money too, huh? So yeah, you need to factor in all of those things. And then if someone wants you to bring speakers, you need to factor in. You have to pack up your car or your truck with all of this equipment. Get to an event an hour early to set up all of this stuff. Which means that if somebody books you for a 2 hour or 3 hour thing, automatically you add 2 extra hours. Why? Because you need to set up and you also need to break down. That's an hour each. I don't care how long you think it takes you to set up, to get the stuff out of your car, to bring it in, to set it up, to plug the cords up, to do a sound check. That's an hour and some time, depending on how much equipment you got, right? And then when it's time to break down, you have to what? You have to now get the party to be done, break your stuff down, pack it up, and take it to your car to pack it in your car. So you think that you don't need to be paid for that? It's a question. Do you not think that you need to be paid for that? Because if you work at a warehouse, aren't they paying you for packing the truck? Okay. If you work for, let's say, Uber or anything, they're charging you, or you get charged to what? For them to pick the food up and deliver it to you, right? They didn't just charge you for it to be picked up, nor did they just charge it for it to be delivered. No, they charged it because they picked it up and delivered it, right? Any services that you get out here, you get charged for the pickup and the drop off, right? So that's what you should also factor into your pricing. Don't worry about what your last booking was. Why? Because your last booking, you might have did it for somebody for a very low fee because you was just cool with them or whatever situation is. So everything you should do should it should be based on you. So me, you can give me for maybe a good decent price, but your event also needs to be less than 10 miles. Why? Because if I go more than 10 miles, I'm going to charge you for those 10 miles. If your event is ending at a certain time and it's too far out, if it's more than 15 miles, 20 miles from where I'm at, you need to pay for me to sleep somewhere. Because I'm not going to be coming or unpacking all of this stuff to come all the way back to Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to make sense. So in your admin time, that is what you should be calculating. You should be calculating all of those things. How much gas costs, how much your car takes to fill up, how much is it going to take you to get to that locate, all of that. On top of you actually getting there to set up. Yes, I would suggest that you charge those people, whoever it is, that hour of setup and the hour of breakdown. Don't give them those hours for free because you're still working. Imagine if you went to work and you went there for an hour before your time and an hour after your time. You'll be like, "Oh, I'm not." You'll be mad, right? Because you'll be like, "Oh, I was here for free for my first hour. I was here for free." Nip that in the butt. Nip that in the butt right there. So a part of your admin day or admin week or however you choose to is figure out how much you're going to charge and what is your cutoff time. So let's just say today is Thursday, right? So hypothetically, today's Thursday. If somebody wanted to book me for tomorrow and they hit me up today, I would charge them a last minute fee. If they hit me up tomorrow and ask me, I would charge them a last minute fee. Why? Because for me, I need 72 hours before an event. I would love to have a week before, but if you hit me up 72 hours before, you might still get it for the same price. But anything less than 72 hours, I am going to hit you. Why? Because you knew you was having this event. So what you hit me up last minute for? Did your other DJ flake out? Or what's going on? What's happening? At this point, it doesn't even matter. This is the fee, and the fee is the fee, right? So that's what you should do during your admin time as a DJ, right? Again, I know y'all probably like, what do we need admin time for? But if you sit back and you think about what I just gave you, that information would help you move way better moving forward. Way better moving forward. Because now you're not just yelling out random numbers to random people at random times and not just trying to accept bookings because somebody needs it, right? We that's not what we're looking for, right? Um Another thing you should do maybe in your admin time or a form of communication. If somebody wants to book you, right? I would say get you a deposit. But before you get you a deposit, send them an invoice. Ask them for their email address and send them an invoice and break it down. How much it costs per hour for you to be there, how much it costs for your speakers to be there. Whatever it is that they booked you for, make sure you have all of that in their invoice so they can understand why. Because that's how you become a professional DJ, right? You don't just go somewhere and say, oh, you don't just go to the to like a car place and say, oh, fix this, and they just give you a receipt and it just has one lump sum of a fee. You like, where's the parts at? Where's the labor at? Where's the this at? Where, you feel me? So the same thing that you would expect from a bigger company is the same thing that you do for yourself. Right? So you bust all them invoices down. If somebody asks you, can you DJ, and they say, I'm gonna send you an invoice, and they say, I'm gonna send you your deposit, send them an invoice quick. If they ask you for a W-9, you should have a W-9 on your computer somewhere. You should just have a blank one. It should, you know what? It should be filled in at all times. So just in case somebody asks you for one, you could just email it over, right? Right? Because you don't want to be the person that somebody says, I'm gonna book you, and then you don't send your deposit, you don't send them an invoice, and then and then it's crazy, right? I mean, they don't send you a deposit because you're like, I don't want to do this. You a whole lot. We gonna nip that in the butt, right? So make sure you have a contract that's already ready. If you have a Google form for people to fill out for you for bookings, have them fill that out. However you choose to take your bookings, I would suggest you do it the professional way. Don't just yes, 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 because then you ain't got no paper trail, right? That's a whole nother topic, okay? Okay. This goes with the communication. If it's not written, it ain't real. So if somebody says, I would like to book you on Saturday, and you sent them an invoice and they didn't respond to the invoice, you don't put that booking on your calendar. You don't take no days for that booking. Why? Because they haven't even effectively communicated to you as if they want you. So now if somebody else decides to hit you up, you're going to be in a limbo because you're going to be like, oh, this person said they was going to book me, but they never sent the what you call it. And this other person may be very serious to book you. And because you're in a limbo, now this person that's your secondary person may go and find somebody else because you're waiting on this other person who don't even know. Right? So make sure it's written. If somebody hits you up and they say, you give them, hey, you want to book me? Today is Monday. I need my deposit and I need my form filled out and I need my deposit by Wednesday. If we don't get it by Wednesday, then I'm going to take whatever next booking it is. You got to be serious like that. You just got to be serious like that because if not, then they're going to take you for, they'll take you for a joke. They'll take you for papi sure. We're not play that. We're not play that. So we don't want that to happen, right? So we make sure they confirm, they send their deposit. Once they confirm, you can send them a message. Hey, we just received your deposit. We just received your your booking information. Bop, bop, bop. We have this address. This is the day that the event starts, the time frame that it's over. You do that for every booking so that it becomes more familiar. It becomes more of something that you're just already on, right? You know, you go to the store, would you like your receipt, please? Would you like your receipt? No, yes, no. And then they either give it to you or they take it from you. Oh, thank you. And then they keep going, right? Same thing. You order from Fashion Nova. You make your payment. They say, here's your confirmation. They say, oh, these things will be sent out to your house at this time. Same thing. Look at yourself as Fashion Nova. Look at yourself as the pizza place. Look at yourself as DoorDash. You're the same thing. You a Waymo. You feel what I'm saying? You just offer a different service, right? So I would say that. Oh, and like your communications, when you're talking back and forth with the booking person or your potential client, you should ask them, are you booking me to DJ, to promote, or to MC. So for me as an individual, people tend to want to book me because they're like, oh, she's a DJ. She MCs while she's DJing the event. And she also does promo videos and does all of those things. I'm going to let you know right now. Those are three different things, okay? Don't let these promoters, don't let these people try to gaffle you up, okay? Do not let them do it, okay? If someone wants to book you to DJ, that's one fee. If someone wants you to MC their event, that is another fee. Did you hear what I said? If you're MCing along with DJing, those are two separate fees, or you can combine them and make them one fee. You could do that. So for me, sometimes I like to combine it based off if they want me to DJ and MC. Now, if you just want me to come to your party and MC and never touch a turntable, I'm going to just charge you my MC fee, right? If you go to a space and they say, hey, I am looking for a DJ that can promote and that can bring crowd, I'm going to let you know right now, you're not a DJ. You're a promoter. You're doing their job, okay? I'm so sorry to break it to you. I'm so sorry to break it to you. Yes, they tell you you're gonna get a percentage of the ticket sale. Yeah, they're gonna tell you this. They're gonna tell, but again, you're doing their job as a DJ. If you know that you can bring a certain amount of people to a space, why don't you just throw your own parties? Why won't you just throw your own parties? Because if you throw your own parties, you know that little percentage that they were gonna give you from the door. Guess what? Now you make 100% of your door. You are the DJ. If you would like to DJ, you could DJ your own event, and you don't have to pay a DJ. You could just DJ your own event. If you're also an MC, you could DJ and MC your own event, right? So if you're the type of person like me that could DJ, MC, and throw your own event, you better book me for one of those services. Don't expect all three. Just book me for one. Because I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know what I could actually bring to a space and what I can do for a space, right? So again, if you see these promoters or you see these clubs or you see any of these spaces and they're saying, hey, DJs, I can pay you for bringing the people that you can bring. Go to the space and say, well, let me have the night. And then you throw your own event. I'm sorry. I'm dropping gems, but I'm sorry, but I got to put it out there like that. But it's in my 14 years of DJing, I've seen so many promoters. I've seen so many clubs. I've seen so many spaces that are like, I'm looking for DJs that can bring a crowd. What you're looking for is a promoter. You ain't looking for a DJ. You're looking for a DJ promoter. And if you are a DJ promoter, you might as well put the 100% into yourself. You might as well go hard in the paint. You feel what I'm saying? Like in LA, you have DJ promoters that are like me. You got my boy Wiz Kid. Who else? You got my other homeboy DJ Extras. Who else? I know Looney does. I got a couple people. P Nasty does. I got a couple people like in my arsenal that I know that are DJs. That they also actually throw events as well. And if you go and talk to any of them, I'm going to let you know right now, they ain't going to no space where a venue is saying, hey, can you promote my space and I'll give you a percentage? They're not, we ain't doing it. Just give me the space and I'll make it happen. Simple as that, Captain. So I'm just saying, make sure you guys understand the difference in those things. Don't let these people try to get you to come to their party and you bringing in 150 people and you still DJing for 150 and you talking on the mic and you done just brought in 200 people and they only giving you $10 off of every person when you could have charged those 200 people $20 to get in. And you could have still made your money, and you could have also probably talked to the venue space and probably got a bar percentage. Let me stop. I'm dropping too many gems right now. I'm dropping too many gems, and I don't want the promoters to come after me. You feel me? I don't want the venue owners to come after me. But I gotta open up your eyes. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta open up your eyes. I gotta let y'all see. I gotta let y'all see the bigger picture. And this is the bigger picture that actually happens in the club scene. This is that bigger picture that actually happens in DJing, right? So you get, I know you guys hear these stories of, You go to this club. Bottles cost $5,000. Entry costs $30. Hookah costs $25. Then they have a DJ, and they're only giving a DJ maybe $200, maybe $300. But their venue space holds 500 people, holds 600 people, and they charging 600 people $20. You do the math. Do you really think that your $300 that you made was worth what what the club just made? On top of them still making their full bar. If you wasn't playing great music, the bar wouldn't make money, right? If you wasn't playing good music, nobody would come in, right? Like they would come in, but they would probably just still leave, right? So ultimately, I know that there's a big question of when they say there's a big question. It's been like an ongoing question in the, I guess, in the entertainment industry where it's like, who's more important? Is the DJ, the promoter, or the club space? I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. In my mindset, and this is just me, y'all. Hey, y'all can crucify me all you want, but this is just me. I feel like it goes DJ, promoter, then the venue space. Why? Because or it could possibly go promoter, DJ, venue space. The reason I can go either way is because if the promoter is a good promoter, they're guaranteed to get their peoples to come out, right? And if they have great DJs, the people are gonna stay, right? Which means that if the people come and they stay, who makes money? The bar makes the money, right? The bar ain't making no money if it ain't no DJs, there ain't no people in there. You can open your bar every single day, but if you ain't got no music in there, ain't nobody buying. You feel what I'm saying? Make it make sense. And on the other side, I could also say DJ, promoter, venue space. Why? Because if you have a great DJ and you're a promoter and you know that your DJ is great, that DJ alone may bring out a crowd of people themselves on top of the crowd that you bring out as a promoter. And guess what? Those two people get to what? Drink at the bar, which means the bar makes their money. And if they have food or whatever else other services that they offer, hookah and all those other things, they also get to make their money from those things. So again, the question is, in the club industry scene, who is more important? The club, the DJ, or the promoter? Simple as that. That's stuff like that's like it's crazy, but it's really just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really that simple. Okay. So let me see. My last thing on my DJ as an operator list is gear and safety. I know that sounds so crazy, right? It's like, I'm a DJ. What I need, what you mean gear and safety? I mean, what do you mean safety is a matter of fact? That's the biggest one, right? What you mean safety? I don't even know safety. You feel me? Okay, so what you should do is gear and safety. That 48 hours before, when you get the booking and all that, if you have different backpacks, like for me, I have a DJ backpack and I have a content backpack. I have a DJ backpack, so if I go out to go and DJ, and I have a content backpack, just in case I need to make content, I have all the essentials in that backpack, right? So in my DJ backpack, I make sure that there's always 2 USB cords. There's an extra power cord. There's an extra phone cord. I even bring RCA cords. I bring a whole bunch of random stuff in my backpack just because you never know what you get into when you get in there, right? You just make sure everything is always there. If you know that you're the type of person that sweat a lot, put a fan in there. If you know you sometimes the people don't bring you water or something like that, bring some water in your backpack. Whatever you think that you need to make your set more comfortable for you, make sure that you have those things in your backpack and just don't take them out. Just keep them in there. Like my DJ backpack, I never have to check it because I know everything is always in there, even if I don't need it. My backpack has a wired mic in my backpack just in case I go somewhere and they don't got a wire mic. What if they only have a wireless mic and they only have one and the host is walking around with that? What if they ask me to be an MC? That means I need a mic too, right? So that means I can pull my mic out. I have two power cords. Why? Because just in case one doesn't work, you never know when one of your power cords is gonna decide this is my last day. You just don't never know. So you just gotta make sure you prepared. I also have like what are those? Like the MagSafe chargers that go on the back of your phone. Boom! I make sure I got two of those. Why? Because you never know. Your phone might have been at 100% when you got there, but if you're a type of person like me that likes to record your DJ sets, guess what? Your phone is using the battery as you're DJing, which means I need an extra battery pack, right? So boom, I got my extra battery pack. I'm a DJ that I like to move when I DJ. So I'm really hot when I DJ, which means I also have a personal fan that's in my backpack. So I just stand it up. Bam, there we go. You feel me? So those are some things that I like to keep in my backpack. I think I'm gonna drop like a photo or something like that to kind of show you the other little things that I kind of keep in my DJ bag, so you guys can kind of stay familiar and stuff like that. And maybe you guys can set your backpacks up, or whatever it is that you take out, you guys can set it up that way so that you guys don't forget stuff or being on edge trying to remember if you put that in the backpack or if you didn't put it in. It's a part of the prep, right? So that's one thing. Another one. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Within that 48 hours, right? You need to also see if Serato then came out with a new update and firmware. Yes, make sure Serato has not come out with a new update in firmware before you go to a booking. I'm not going to hold you. I done went to a booking. Monday, I updated my laptop. I updated my firmware. Everything was great. I said, oh, I am ready to go to this booking that is on Friday. Went to the booking on Friday. Why was my laptop moving slow? Why was my controller? Everything was moving slow. You want to know why? Because that Thursday before the event, Serato decided they wanted to come out with a whole new update and a whole new firmware, and I wasn't compatible with it. So guess what? My DJ equipment was moving very, very slow during that whole DJ set, to the point where I thought it was going to just turn off. Like every song I played, I swear to God, I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, oh, ooh. It didn't turn off. Ooh. Like I'm just like sitting there, like literally every song, I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't turn off, because y'all know when y'all Serato start to glitch. Y'all know when y'all see the little glitch, y'all be like, that's not cool, right? I seen the glitch. I ain't like it. I wasn't cool with it. So I ain't like it. You feel me? So I played my songs very slowly, but it made me understand that I need to make sure that I'm checking the firmware and updating the Serato way more frequently than I thought that I was doing it, right? Because now we have these different controllers that are coming out every other day. We got different things that are coming out. We have secondary pieces. We have third-party additions that can be added on to some of the controllers that we have and stuff like that. So they're consistently updating, but if we don't keep on the website, we're going to be left behind. So I'm just saying, make sure you keep that part updated, okay? Okay, all right. And honestly, this is more of a safety thing. This part is more of a safety thing, right? Like, not so much of gear, but more of safety. If you're DJing and you got somebody that's coming up to you and they like aggressive, like they super aggressive, like I know y'all know these people, like they super aggressive, they be like, play my song, or they be like, oh, so you ain't gonna play my song, or they like try to shove money in your face or whatever. The best thing to do is to kind of just nod to them. If they ask you to play a song, you can kind of just nod. And if they keep coming back, you can just say like, hey, hold on, I got you. Hey, hold on, I got you. And just kind of play it that way. Because I've been one of those people that kind of told them like, that's not I'm not about to play that right now. And then somebody got real aggressive with me, and it was like, bro, how you gonna get aggressive with me and I'm DJing right now? Like, you asked for one song, but that song didn't fit the vibe right now. But what I've learned is to just kind of nod my head. Even though I'm DJing, sometimes I might be nodding my head to the music. Just still nod your head and just tell them like, yeah, okay, I got you. You don't have to say you're gonna play it. You don't have to say when you're gonna play it. You don't have to say I got you in a minute. You don't have to do any of that. You could just nod your head and just let them know. Like, okay. Now, if they keep coming up to you and keep being aggressive, then you might want to find a security guard or something like that and just let them know, like, hey, get this one over here. Get them over here. You feel me? Like they tripping, they wilding out. But that's just another thing that you could do. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens a good amount of times where we definitely do go places and people do be very intoxicated and they feel like you need to play my song right now. And if you don't play my song right now, I'm gonna smack you. And you be like, dang, bro, just chill. Like, if you want to hear that song so bad, go to your car and listen to it. But that's just me. That's just me. I could be wrong, but that's just me. That's just the way I work. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much my gear and safety. I think that's all I got for y'all. Yeah. I think that is all that I have. And that's my topic. That's it. That's what we got. You feel me? DJing as an operator. I done gave you all the tools. I done helped you organize your library. I done showed you what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to prep before an event, 48 hours before. What does admin and communication look like for you? And making sure that you got your gear and your safety on point. Okay? Okay? Now, if y'all got any questions, any concerns, anything else like that, let me know. If you got any questions, let me know. I got you. Ask Wes, ask Coach Wes, and I got you, okay?